Yeah, you are welcome to the Benin Empire Advancement League, the home of all the Benis. Um, yeah, today we are supposed to be two, just as last week, but the situation in Nigeria with the electricity is a little bit difficult because we cannot really program uh, our live broadcast at a particular time because of the electricity services in Nigeria. uh, it's quite difficult for us to be coming out with people in Nigeria who doesn't have electricity to recharge their battery and others. But notwithstanding, I'm here today and I want just to have a little one with brothers and sisters that is life with me here. Uh, as you all know, this organization it's a peaceful organization, and we stand for all the Benin, no matter where you came from, no matter the language you speak, whether you speak Edo language, you speak Isan, you speak Afiema, you speak Akoko Edo, Owan, and others, Ika, Kwani, Orobo, Isoko, and Ika, we all are one people, and that's how it's supposed to be. But of recent, we all know what has been going on, especially in the social media. And because of some propagandas from our some of our brothers out there, and some of the insults, some of our brothers and their sisters, and the manipulation of the Benin history and all that that has been taking place in social media. As you know, in the last two, three broadcasts, we have been talking about this, and we want to send a message today to our brothers and sisters that the language you speak, where you live, doesn't really make you to be somebody, a citizen, or the name you answer doesn't make you to be a citizen of that area. Uh, the reason why I'm saying this, some of these people that are doing this, they are not based in Nigeria. Some of them are based in France, they are based in Germany, they are based in Italy, in the United Kingdom. Then we have people in Spain and all other part of the world that are really doing this. I'm not doing this to support them or to insult them. We are not here to insult anybody, but we are here to be saying the truth because we need to be standing for the truth. That is what can really move us forward as a nation, as the Benin nation. Uh, why I'm saying the Benin nation, it's not a donation. It's a Benin nation, comprises of so many uh, ethnic groups that make up the Benin Empire. Yeah, because when you refer to Benin, people may be saying Edo, Edo, Edo. Edo is not just Benin. There are many other tribes that make up the Benin Empire. Uh, that's what so many of us doesn't really understand because when I go through the messages that is being sent on social media, everybody is talking about the Benis, the Benis, the Benis, you know. And when you are talking about the Benis, you are at the same time talking about yourself because you are one of these tribes that make up the Benin. I want to make this clear to everybody. And the Edo people are not bad people, they are great people. They are very, very, very intelligent people. I think it's better you don't play with the Edo people and you don't try to insult the Edo people because uh, they don't take revenge and they don't speak much. The Edo people, they do their things very quiet. They are very, very good in administrative and very, very cool-headed people. They know how to handle things. Why I'm saying this today is because uh, of recent what has been going on social media. Because I used to look at all the people that is posting on social media, what they are saying, what they are doing, and how they are doing things. But of recent, it's come to my notice that so many of our brothers are a little bit ignorant when it comes to the issue of family issues, like the issue between Edo and Esa. And these are family issues that can be resolved amicably. And some of the intellectuals in Edo know this very well. They know how to handle such situation. And my pleading is with the Edo people, uh, not to because of these few people that is spreading all these hate mongers and all that, and not because of these few people to hate any Esan people, because Esans are my brothers and my sisters. We are from the same lineage, and everybody know that. Those who believe they are not from the same lineage with us, they can find their way out of this empire. They should go and look for their own territory to settle down on, because Eastern territory cannot absorb you. You know? And that is my message to these people. And they know themselves very well. Because if you think you can intimidate the other people to vote for you, or to manipulate them, I think you are you are going to the wrong direction. And everyone should know this, because in we have seen this several times. Because I want to compare this to the issue of the IPOBs, the Biafrans, what they were doing about 4 years ago. It's almost parallel, the same thing, you know. They started insulting Edo, doing everything, insulting our monarch, and intimidating us. If they don't have their country, they are going to do this, they are going to do that. It's just the same parallel, the same thing these people are doing. The only difference is one is Isa and the other one is IPOB, because just a copycat of these people. And it come to our notice. Okay. It has come to our notice that these people are really, I don't know how to put them, categorize them, because they don't even have respect for their own fathers, for their own kings, or for their own mothers. Because so if you respect your father, it's very, very difficult for you to insult another person's fathers. If you respect your mother, it's very, very difficult for you to insult another person's father. And these people, they likewise, they don't learn from their mistakes. You know, when you make mistake once, you need to learn from these mistakes, that you don't make the same mistakes again. It's like this, our brothers and sisters, they are not learning from their mistakes, because we at the beginning we also saw the way they were talking to their kings, you know, saying those kings that doesn't abide to their demand will be sent out of Eastern land. And I don't know who give you the people the power, the guardians of Eastern. We have the kings who are the guardians of the Eastern people, and they are supposed to be saying this, but not people like you who doesn't even have ground to say the fact. You see, when four people are talking, they are not talking for 1.5 million people. That cannot happen. And when 10 people are talking, they cannot talk for at least 4 million to 5 million people. That's impossible. Every democratic situation that's supposed to be happening in the state, in a democratic process, there's nothing like zoning, because zoning is a dictatorship, because you put the people in a situation where they don't even have choice. A democratic situation, you're supposed to have a choice to choose the rightful person. But by zoning, by doing the zoning, it's like you are taking out the right of these people to choose directly who they want to choose. Because we have been seeing this same problem in Nigeria, the same problem. And this same problem is what we are trying now to invent in Edo State. Because we saw what happened when all the presidents came from North. The cry from the south, from the east, and from the west was enough to say the fact. And if we create this situation in Edo State, everybody might be happy with it today, but what about tomorrow? Because we are still going to have having the same situation tomorrow. Everybody need to think wise, to think twice before they do things. Do we need a two person who cannot work for the people? Do we need an innocent person who cannot work for the people? Do we need an affirming person who cannot work for the people? I think we have to go deep into the party line to really choose those people who will be responsible for the well-being of the Edo people and for the Eastern people, for the Kwara people, and those everybody that is living in Edo State, not just a one particular ethnic group will be saying we have to do that, we have to do this. If it doesn't give it to us, we will go and apply for our state. Yeah, everybody has the right to apply for his state, but that won't solve the problem because you will also be having the same problem in your area because your area also have a minority. You know, what are you going to do with them, with the minority in your area? Are you going to flush them out later? That is another question for you people. You people need to answer so many questions. Today, I don't really want to talk too much on the issue of the artifact. That is my second issue today. It's still going on in Germany, as many people doesn't really realize and doesn't understand. Although the German government agreed to return all the Benin artifacts, but there are still so many of them that are still in private properties that are privately held by private people in their houses, in their private museums and all that. Those ones are not even accounted for. And in the past few days, I have seen a sort of campaign in the German social media, in the German newspaper, in the German whatsoever, by some set of German people who are now saying it was too early to bring these artifacts to Benin or to put it in the position of the Oba of Benin because of the gazette that was did by President Buhari. And these people were now complaining that this artifact will die in a lonely death and others. But, you know, I have tried to reply these people in the manner they will understand, but these people, they don't understand because they see us as their own property. And that is the problem we are facing. And I want to use this opportunity today to thank President Mohammed Buhari for the great job he did in that aspect, because you cannot, if I believe if what an Igbo man or a Yoruba man that was there, we would have seen a koni, what the Yoruba call koni, what they would have did with us. And we are very proud of President Buhari. I think people now recognize what President Mohammed Buhari stands for. Because I'm not here to defend him, because everybody has his own mistakes. And in the issue of the artifact, there's a group of people in Germany that is really working against that. And today, I also read something from the German foreign minister who wrote an article about this artifact to assure the German people and some German who are very, very worried that this artifact are in good hand if it is in the hand of Oba of Benin. Because, you know, these people doesn't really understand how things is working in the world, because they believe on their power alone. And we can see what is happening in the whole world today. I live in Europe and I understand what they are doing and how they do everything somehow. And in the case of the artifact, we saw the articles that has become a day in and day out in some newspaper who are not friendly to Africans, who are not friendly to black people in general, to say that. And we have the same days how they criticize the government for taking such decision to return those artifacts, and they say that it's their property, this and that. Actually, they started to say that this material that was used to do this artifact. Some of them came from Germany. Yeah, the phone I'm using here right now, if you see this phone, then you will understand most of this raw material came from Africa. I can tell you 99% of these raw materials are from Africa. But that doesn't make it our property. And that's what we're trying to do at the beginning, And of recent is heating up a little bit, heating up every day. They put something in the media and say we shouldn't have do that, we should have do this, we should have returned that, we should have hold on, most if. But what they don't say is how these artifacts get to Germany. They don't discuss about that. They don't discuss how their forefathers killed our people because of this artifact, how they destroyed our empire because of this artifact, what they did to our people, how they enslaved our people. They don't talk about that. The issue is the foreign minister of Germany today wrote a very, very good article about that to assure the people that this artifact is in good hand, that the Oba of Benin is the head of the Benin Empire, and he is well educated about culture, about history, about all this artifact. There's nothing you can take from him about that, and that this artifact was taken from the Oba Palace. But the problem is, I believe there are some Nigerians also who are very, very interested in all this, trying to be pushing to make sure this artifact doesn't fully return. But they will be unsuccessful because, as we all know, the Green Party and the Social Democratic Party of Germany, they are doing everything possible to make sure they repair the damage they did during their colonial eras and during their Africa occupation era. They are doing everything possible for them. Sometimes compensation, but that will not solve the problem because we are still having the problem of Boko Haram that was caused by the German, by the French, by the Russians, by the Americans that caused in Nigeria. And you can see the damage that was done in Nigeria because of that. And there's a lot that is really going on that our people are not taking notice of about this artifact. We need to be very, very careful. We don't need to relent. We need to work hard, and make sure those artifacts really return home. The newly crowned King of England, King Charles III, we need to talk to him also because they are making billions of pounds every year from the Benin artifacts. But not the Benin artifacts alone, from all over the world. There's so much they are gaining from us, and it's paining some Germans today that this artifact is no longer generating revenue for the Germans. And we need to talk about so many things, how this museum is going to also help the Benin Empire financially if we manage everything very good and very well. Although I'm not in position to say that, there are people who are the custodians of the Benin Empire who will decide that, and we should also give them the opportunity to do that in peace. Because if I'm looking at the whole issue today, there are still some elements. I'm still saying this, and I want to repeat it. There are still some elements in the Benin Empire that is cooperating with the German government, trying to sabotage all the whole issue to return. But it's going to be very, very difficult for them because even in Austria today, they were interfering in some ways with this article. trying to advise Austria not to do the same thing the German did and this and that, But if you look at what they did, how these artifacts get to Germany, get to Austria, get to all parts of the world, then people should understand this is because there's a law in Germany. If you rob somebody of his property, or if you are in the possession of any robbed property in Germany, or you support the rob of any properties in Germany, you are equal an armed robber. It doesn't change anything. That is the law. And those people, they don't even when it comes to the issue of foreigners, they don't respect the law. The law is their own. They only apply the law the way it suits them. Because we Africans, that's where we are failing. We are failing in so many areas because we respect these people more than we are supposed to be doing. We even neglect our own to support their own. And that is a problem we are facing today. And I'm very, very grateful that some of our Benin sons and daughters are well educated enough to be going against this, because I'm very happy to see what is going on in social media today. That a lot of our children, a lot of our brothers and sisters are coming up to be defending our forefather, the work of our ancestors, not just sitting down, folding their hand where people will be insulting us and do a lot of things. Yes, today I don't want to go more further, but I will try to advise our people. Social media is not a playground, because everything you do today, the insult you put out today, it will not be erased in the social media. It will remain there. And everything you do today will be used against you tomorrow, will be used against your children in the coming generation, because we are just the beginning of the social media evolution. Because people doesn't really understand. Today we have the GPT, we have IA, and next tomorrow is going to be another turn. And the turn of this that is coming is going to be greater than what we have today. So be very, very careful what you put on social media. And at the same time, your children, try to keep your children away from your page, from your group page, because you don't know how many devilish minds that are there in the social media just waiting to do something against you. Your children should be kept out, your family should be kept out of what you are doing, because it's very, very, very important. Because we have a lot of evil people in the social media that doesn't scare away from doing damage to anybody. So that's my advice. Anything you do in social media, make sure you do it very well, because most of these politicians you see today that are resigning, that lost political influence, most of them happened in the social media because they thought the social media will end very soon, and they did a lot of things hidden, and things are coming out, videotapes and all that are coming out to be published in the social media against them. We have to be very, very careful when we are doing things. Remember, there's tomorrow. And if you insult my father today, remember there's tomorrow. If you insult the monarch today, remember there's tomorrow, because we are going to use it against you. I'm not here to talk against Isan, or to talk against Edo, or to talk against anybody. And I want to remind all Edo people, nobody should dare insult any son or king, because these are also the children of the Edo people. They are the children from the palace. We all know them. They are children from the palace. They left the palace to where they are today. Everybody left the Benin Empire to where they are today, where they are resettled in today. And it's very, very important for us to keep the relationship with our brothers and sisters, because when one person is rich in the family is still poor. And when power go to war with the absence of sense, let me put it that way, it will fail. And when saints go to war with absence of power, it will also fail. So both of them are always combined together. They do this together. When you use your brain, you use your heart, everything will function very well. But if you miss one out of this, it won't function. There's no way you can do it. If you can use your sense to number 100 without power, without support of power, you will lose it. So thank you for joining me today. And we are very, very sorry that normally we are supposed to be coming out every 9:30 on Sunday. But because of the electricity situation in Nigeria, it's very, very difficult for us. And to be coming out regular. If it was me alone, I can be doing that regularly, but I have to wait for people who are in Nigeria who cannot join the live broadcast. But notwithstanding, we are still here, we are present. If you have any question, if you have anything you want to share with us, you can share it with us. We are here. We have a Facebook group page. We have our page, the normal page, and we also have other pages. You can, there are so many avenues you can reach out to us. So I want to wish everyone a happy weekend and a great week ahead, to make sure everyone is safe, healthy. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.